differently abled, differently.
Welcome back. This is Abled Differently. The third Social Protection Conference took place on the 3rd to 6th of April at the Kenya School of Government in Kabete. Take a look.
The Social Protection Conference took place at the Kenya School of Government in Kabete.
This is a biannual event that brings together the social protection fraternity from within the country and across the globe. The purpose is to promote shared experiences and learning for improved social protection programming and increasing investments in the sector. The objective of this conference is to promote the scale-up of integrated and adaptive social protection system aimed at addressing multiple vulnerabilities across human cycle risks. The theme is accelerating inclusive and integrated social protection system in Kenya.
The moral test of this great nation will indeed be tested by the legal, institutional, long-term strategies and program frameworks we put in place to facilitate the realization of the right to social protection.
In attendance was His Excellency President William Ruto, among other government officials.
Sustainable capacities and viable opportunities for the empowerment of people at the bottom of the socio-economic pyramid. A unique feature of the bottom-up agenda, therefore, is that each pillar of our economic transformation is deeply embedded in commitments arising from Article 43 of the Constitution, which sets our economic and social rights as fundamental human rights.
Indeed, these are efforts essentially for preventing poverty and inequality, as well as addressing current challenges, in particularly those facing old age, like where I'm going, because I'm one and part of Kenya's senior citizens.
Why any well-functioning society needs a safety net. Without it, families, individuals can be trapped in a lifetime of poverty or even for generations. Social protection is that safety net. It's been proven to reduce poverty and improve human capital outcomes. Instant social protection instruments, and my friend and predecessor mentioned this, cash transfers, in which Kenya has pioneered, have an instant impact, bettering lives for individuals, for families, for communities. And when you combine those cash transfers with other kinds of interventions around health and nutrition, you get a double effect.
They all agree that the implementation of policies already put in place will be a great boost to the welfare of the vulnerable group.
We know that a well-functioning, robust, and sustainable social protection system is the dream of all Kenyans in this country, young or old. And employers have keenly examined the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto and agree with the vision and aspirations contained therein.
Investing in social protection is also a key way of achieving the Sustainable Development Goals in Kenya. It will help us meet several of the targets, including goal number 1, no poverty, goal number 2, zero hunger, and goal number 10, reducing inequalities.
We support the government in this initiative, and for us to realize the adoption of the roadmap towards universal social protection for a socially just future for all Kenyans, we must work together. We have no escape route. That is the only route towards realization of total coverage on universal social protection.
My ministry will continue to enhance social protection delivery systems to ensure efficiency and effectiveness in the provision of services. This conference will culminate into a call for action which will guide prioritization of interventions for the sector over the next biannual period. I therefore call upon all the respective actors in this forum to build ownership and prioritize interventions that can help us realize progress towards a more sustainable, inclusive, and shock-responsive social protection within the period.
However, there are challenges that hinder implementation of these policies.
Just as the government is struggling with the fiscal space to finance its development, so are businesses. So we look forward to having social dialogue to find win-win solutions to address the challenges that face our economy.
As a country, we face significant challenges in implementing social protection programs. One of the main primary challenges is the lack of coordination in the implementation of such programs, both horizontally and vertically. This often leads to fragmented efforts. Many counties have limited financial resources and technical capacity to effectively design, implement, and monitor social protection programs. This has resulted in fragmented implementation, and sustainability of social protection program has been jeopardized.
The social sector has a population of about 20 million, comprising of children, older persons, and persons with disabilities who require social protection services. Yet, the funding for this sector is currently at 0.7% of our GDP. We appreciate Your Excellency for making social protection a priority in your transformative agenda. We continue to appeal for your support to ensure enhanced coverage to the unreached, sizable number of the poor and vulnerable populations in the country.
His Excellency pledged his support and promised that the cash transfer funds will be disbursed on time.
From June 1, before salaries of public servants is paid, cash transfer for the vulnerable will be paid. I encourage more participants and more partners to join in this noble undertaking and hasten our progress to full social protection cover in Kenya. As a means and an end of sustainable development, we are investing in the people through social protection to enable them participate in and benefit from the economic transformation of our nation. This requires collaboration. It requires building a bigger coalition of partners, of Kenyans, of private sector, of the public sector, all of us acting in concert so that we can actualize social protection as the mechanism of ensuring that no one is left behind. I now declare the Kenya Social Protection Conference and wish you very fruitful deliberations officially open. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Let's take a look at the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
Article 25 of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities states that state parties shall, Part B, provide those health services needed by persons with disabilities, specifically because of their disabilities, including early identification and intervention as appropriate, and services designed to minimize and prevent further disabilities, including among children and older persons.
And here is the tip for the day.
The welfare of 46% of Kenyans who are living below the poverty line, with 19% of them being in chronic poverty, can only be guaranteed if we put our heads together and make social protection policies, systems, and structures work. I would also like to remind all of us that by helping people participate economically and protecting those who are most vulnerable, we can build a more equal and prosperous Kenya. I wish us all fruitful deliberations ahead. I thank you.
I have to say goodbye at this point, but as always, keep it KBC Channel 1. My name is Jane Theuri, and until next week, goodbye.
We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.